Soon, she who is alone said to her doll, the shaman will go off alone to the top of the hill to listen for the words of the great spirits. Then we will know what to do so that once more the rains will come and the earth will be green and alive. The buffalo will be plentiful and the people will be rich again. As she talked, she thought of the mother who made the doll, of the father who brought the blue feathers. She thought of the grandfather and the grandmother she had never known. They were all like shadows. It seemed long ago that they had died from the famine. The warrior doll was the only thing she had left from those distant days. And that is, the sun is setting, the runner called as he ran through the camp. The shaman is returning. The people gathered in a circle and the shaman spoke. You see the shaman in the middle? Okay. I have heard the words of the great spirits, he said. The people have become selfish. For years, they have taken from the earth without giving anything back. The great spirits say the people must sacrifice. We must make a burnt offering of the most valued possession among us. The ashes of this offering shall then be scattered to the four points of the earth, the home of the winds. When this sacrifice is made, drought and famine will cease. Life will be restored to the earth and to the people. The people sang a song of thanks to the great spirits for telling them what they must do. I'm sure it is not my new bow that the great spirits want, a warrior said. Or my special blanket, a woman added, as everyone went to their teepees to talk and think over what the great spirits had asked.
So this must be why she had. This must be when they added
the. Okay, keep that thought in mind because that's a good thought. That was good what you just said. Because basically what the shaman just told these people were that because of their selfishness, the earth is upset. And you know that we as the people, like, and this happens in nowadays too. We use the water, we use the land, we use the natural resources that come from the earth, but what are we replenishing? What are we putting back? You understand what I'm saying?
nothing.
Well, I mean, we can't just say that overall, but it's not as much as it could be. You understand what I'm saying? There's always vast room for improvement. So basically, the shaman said that the great spirits want them to make a burnt offering to show that they are being less selfish by making a sacrifice. And a sacrifice is sometimes not doing something or doing something that not a sacrifice.
You know what sacrifice is?
What's that?
It's when you sacrifice something or someone.
Well, you can. Oh Lord, where you learn that from?
Well, it's SpongeBob.
Lord Jesus. No, a sacrifice can be something like just okay, like mommy quit smoking cigarettes, right? That is a sacrifice. I'm sacrificing the cigarettes in order to live better, in order to have a better environment for you guys, in order to feel better. Yeah, sometimes a sacrifice is something you don't want to do. You understand what I'm saying? In order to better yourself, or
sacrifice SpongeBob.
but see, that was a crazy cartoon. They hey, the principal may be the same. Okay, now listen. Everyone that is except she who is alone. She held her doll tightly to her heart. Are you listening? You, she said, looking at the doll, are my most valuable possession. It is you the great spirits want, and she knew what she must do. As the council fires died out and the teepee flaps began to close, the small girl returned to the teepee where she slept to wait. The night outside was still, except for the distant sounds of the night bird with the red wings. Soon everyone in the teepee was asleep, except for she who is alone. Under the ashes of the teepee fire, one stick still glowed. She took it and quietly crept out into the night. Now, this doll that her mother, her father, her grandmother, her grandfather, this was her prized possession. This was the only thing she really had as a tie to her heritage and to her family, to her people that were gone. And she knew that that was her prized possession. So what she did, was she was willing and ready to sacrifice that in order to do what she was supposed to do, right? In order to help her people. So she was very unselfish, right? She ran to the place on the hill where the great spirits had spoken to the shaman. Stars filled the sky, but there was no moon. Oh, great spirits, she who was alone said, here is my warrior doll. It is the only thing I have from my family who died in this famine. It is my most valued possession. Please accept it. Then, gathering twigs, she started a fire with the glowing fire stick. The small girl watched as the twigs began to catch and to burn. She thought of her grandmother, her grandfather, her mother and father, and all the people, their suffering, their hunger. And before she could change her mind, she thrust the doll into the fire. She watched until flames died down and the ashes had grown cold. Then, scooping up a handful, she who is alone scattered the ashes to the home of the winds, the north, the east, the south, and the west. And there she fell asleep until the first light of the morning sun woke her. So she scattered the ashes like she was told to do, and you see, she fell asleep in that same place. So she looked out, and there she fell asleep until the first light of the morning sun woke her. She looked out over the hill, and stretching out from all sides where the ashes had fallen, the ground was covered with flowers.
Yay!
Beautiful flowers, as blue as the feathers in the hair.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
But it was, look, check this out. As blue as the feathers in the hair of the doll. As blue as the feathers of the bird who cries, Jay, Jay, Jay. When the people came out of their teepees, they could scarcely believe their eyes. They gathered on the hill where they gathered on the hill with she who is alone to look at the miraculous sight. There was no doubt about it. The flowers were a sign of forgiveness from the great spirits.
Yay!
And as the people sang and danced there, thanks to the great spirits, a warm rain began to fall, and the land began to live again.
Yay!
From that day on, the little girl was known by another name, one who dearly loved her people. I like this book. This is good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's almost done. And every spring, the great spirits remember the sacrifice of the little girl and fill the hills and the valleys of the land, now called Texas, with the beautiful blue flowers.
So that's where my grandpa lives.
Now, not your grand. Well, yeah, your granddad does live in Texas. He sure does.
Yep.
Even okay, so in every spring, the great spirits remember the sacrifice of the little girl and fill the hills and the valleys of the land now called Texas with the beautiful blue flowers, even to this day. Yeah, your granddad lives in San Antonio, right?
Texas.
Yeah. And now this is